Hello, everyone. Welcome back to chapter 10. Now, folks, it would be wrong of me if I didn't give you guys steps on how to be able to purchase your first multifamily project. So, in this video, it's a short video that gives you a complete outline of what the steps look like from beginning to the end. So, let's look at what the typical steps of purchasing a multifamily project looks like. This is what, if I had to purchase a multifamily project today, right? I would say this is the steps that I would take to purchase my first multifamily project. So I would expect that you guys will use the same process to help you to take that action. So the first thing I would do is go on LoopNet, creexi.com, or any other brokerage sites that carry multifamily deals. There's one called 100units.com. There's so many of them out there. If you type multifamily apartments for sale, a lot of them pop up and show. So sometimes you can even type in off-market multifamily projects for sale. When you start there, it's the first step to be able to allow you to now decipher what these deals look like. So the next step is to connect with the broker to request for financials. Ask for your rent rolls. I would also ask for profit and loss statements. If they have a scheduled e-tax returns, that tells me that their financials are correct, because now I can measure what they say that they received for rent the last year from what they're actually putting on the rent rolls as their rent. The next thing is, after I review that information, I'm reviewing the financial, I'm going to come up with my offer price. And I'm going to say, well, this is how much I would offer if I was to purchase my first multifamily project. Then the next thing I'm going to do is after I create my offer price, I have the offer price between myself and my team. I would now go ahead and send out an LOI, also known as a letter of interest. A letter of interest saying I am interested in purchasing your property. Alongside the letter of interest, I'm also going to send out that proof of funds. Now, remember, folks, like I said, you have to have your capital stack in place, right? So you have your senior debt. And if you have a full capital stack, I want to let the broker know that, listen, I'm a serious buyer and I'm ready to go. So if you can meet my terms, I'm going to be able to put this money in and we can close as soon as we need to close. So by doing this, I'm letting the broker know what my offer price is, how much my EMD, also known as my earnest money down, would be, and then most importantly, what terms would work for me. Once the broker says, yes, we like your terms, then we say, let's move on to the next phase, which is getting an executed purchase agreement. And now I'm going to send that over to my lender. As soon as I send this contract over to my lender, I'm now going to create something called an inspection and a walkthrough, because I want to make sure the property I'm purchasing has everything in place and there are no issues. Meaning, I want to see, what does the living rooms of all the apartments look like, right? Yeah, are there any boards that are missing? Are there things in the apartment that is going to cost me money because now I have to fix? Because once the seller takes the money for their apartment and signs over the title, everything else that happens with that property is on me. So I might not be a handyman. I might not know anything about how properties are inspected. So what I would do is I would hire an expert inspector, somebody who does this for a living. They're going to charge some money for it. But the thing about the inspection, by hiring an expert, is it allows them to point out to you where you might have some issues. And guess what? If the inspector is getting paid to do it, they're going to find something. And when they find something, you can use that, if it's not very important, to go back to your seller and say, listen, I have more than I thought I was going to cost. It's going to cost me for repairs. So now I need you to lower your price. So by being able to do this, this gives you leverage. So while I'm setting up my inspections and I'm walking through the property, I'm also communicating with my lender and I'm paying attention to what's considered critical dates on my contract. Because if I have to back out of this contract, I have a certain number of days that I need to tell the seller that I'm not able to purchase because I saw something wrong, or because he's not willing to agree to the new price based on the inspection, and I can back out and I keep my earnest money. Again, folks, you're not in the business of losing money. So you should always pay attention to your critical dates so you can say, I'm ready to walk away. And if I walk away, I get my money back, right? Because I will tell you, I've lost some serious money in earnest money fees, and it still hurts me till today when I think about the money that I lost in earnest money. But it was a good lesson for me. but it was something that I hope you guys don't do. So pay attention to your critical dates. Make sure you don't make mistakes on that. Next is close and fund and take possession of the property. Once I'm closing, I'm funding, it's a good day, I'm excited, title is getting exchanged, the property management is happy to send out the emails, the tenants know there's a new sheriff in town, we're ready to rock and roll. So guess what? When I get everything and I go through this process, when I'm closing and funding and taking possession of the property, my mindset is it's time to repeat this process. So folks, I hope this video has been able to break down to you what it looks like. Again, I want you guys to take a good mental picture of this. I want you guys to see it. Imagine yourself going through the process, going through the phase, going through the brokerage sites. You see the apartment that is going to help you create your first wealth portfolio. You imagine yourself connecting with the brokers, right? Seeing your relationship with the brokers get better. Imagine the broker accepting your LOI. Now you have your purchase agreement in place. You're walking through the property. You can see it. You know what it looks like. You're talking to the lender. You know what your closing date looks like. And now you're at the title table. You're closing. You're signing the contract, and you know you're ready to go on. And you just purchased your first multifamily deal. How wonderful did that feel? So again, folks, go out there, take action. You guys can do it. The process is as easy as what I just showed you on paper. So take action, take this process. The next video, we're going to talk about syndication. I want you guys to learn about syndication. Again, like I said, this is not a syndication course. This is just a high-level information on syndication. Use this to be able to now get you the money you need. So money would no longer be a factor as to why you couldn't purchase the first multifamily deal. See you guys in the next video.